You coming in now?
It's going down right here, the best in Throwback Hits Radio and the best in TV, GFN Global TV and Mighty Media TV. What's going on, Myth Fitness by Nori?
What's up, G? What's up, G?
Oh man, it's great. Then it's bad. I wanna before I get started, um send my condolences out to my man James Dawson who passed away.
Up in New York?
Yeah, I wanna send my condolences to his family. He was a good guy, I mean, a lot of people say people are good people when they pass away,
Of course.
but it don't necessarily stand up on that level that this guy was always a straight-laced dude. You get the same thing every time you see him. Never
Yeah.
a different emotion, never a change where you look at him and say, damn, what's wrong with him?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
he was a real good guy, man. And I really, this shocked me because it was his birthday, and
Oh,
I went to
wow.
check out, to send something. I'm seeing people because I just don't see people no more like I used to on Facebook.
Right.
And then when I went up there, I didn't notice. And then one of my G-Force girls, Lynette, called me today and told me that he passed away. And I'm like, Lord,
Wow.
we're losing
And we're losing them quick.
quick. Yes.
Yeah. So we gonna kick a shout out to your boy James,
Yes.
and we just gonna take a quick moment of silence for him. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, how you feeling, G?
Well, it's all good. I mean, I'm just blessed every day that I can open up my eyes. I mean, it's not a give me. And as I tell people, stop taking life for granted.
Yeah.
Stop running around in maybe your final days with drama.
Yeah.
You in a relationship and you're hating each other and stuff, man. You got to get out of that because
On these jobs we don't want to be on.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
stressing ourselves
yeah,
out, high blood pressure,
yeah,
and all of this stuff.
yeah,
When we weren't meant to be like that. It wasn't meant
yeah,
to be like that. And most of the time we're thinking, oh, we just gotta live. We gotta live. We gotta make this money, make this check.
yeah. No,
It's not
because
even like that.
guess what? One of my guys who had passed away, not too long ago, I remember him as a guy that, he dressed real nice, had nice things, but where his things at now?
I mean, either you're gonna bury him with you or somebody gonna give him away.
Right. And he was a big guy, so it wasn't like anybody can
Then he
just
could
fit
wear his
into
clothes.
right. But
Yeah.
see, we take things for granted. All this here is materialistic. It's
Yeah.
not gonna go with you.
Correct.
So don't love this more than you love life itself.
Right. And more than you love yourself.
Right.
Which is what we're talking about today. Part
Right.
3. This
Love
is the
yourself.
final session of this particular series. Love yourself.
And,
Um,
and before we get
go
into
ahead.
that, love yourself. We want to talk about what you got coming up on Sunday just as well. So we'll talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
that periodically throughout
Yeah.
the show to let people know that she has a devastating show.
Yeah, it's some serious.
Yes.
So okay, so we'll drop that in there here in a second. But G, my baby was sick today.
Really?
Yeah,
She
she
missed
didn't
school?
she didn't get to go to school. So she had to go to her dentist appointment, right? Which is good. She doesn't have any cavities or anything. But after that, then her mom was taking her to school, and she got to the school and everything, got to the door. They got to buzz them in and check them in and all this old stuff. She got right to the door and she just had an accident. Just it went everywhere, messed up clothes and everything, And
Wow.
so when her mom was upset because she was like, I'm not upset that you threw up, baby. I'm upset because I'm asking you what was wrong and you didn't tell me what was wrong. I said, well, maybe she couldn't tell you and she couldn't process it. She was like, not true. Because every time she's been sick, she tell me, I don't feel good. This is what's hurting. This was, and so she said, so I'm on the phone with them and I started laughing because my sister, she's an only child. The baby is an only child, right? And so my sister, she's around all adults. All of us are grown, except for when her cousins come, right? And then all of them are older than her, except for Bo. He's two, you
Yeah.
know. But the way that she was talking to him was like a grown woman. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was like, listen, I'm not mad at you because you were sick. That's not it. You gotta tell mommy what's going on. Like, this is my first time having a kid. This is your first time having a mommy. So you gotta tell me what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Cause we're trying to figure this out together. I burst out laughing so hard. And I was like, that's amazing. Because kids do really understand.
Yeah. They're very smart. You know.
They're very intelligent. And she got it. And she said, you okay? She said, yes. She said, is your stomach hurting? She was like, no. She said, you feel like you have to throw up again or whatever? She said, no. And then when she got home and looked in the back seat, she was asleep. I said, baby just didn't want to go to school today.
Oh,
Today
yeah.
is Friday.
She
She
learned-
knew
yeah.
you was going to be off. She
Yeah.
wanted to kick it with you today.
She learned how to stick her fingers down her throat and throw up. You know. Did she ever ask about me and the cookies and candy? Anything?
She do ask about you quite often, G, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, we don't have a lot of men in our family like around. We don't have a lot of men around her all the time, and so she do ask about you quite a bit.
But tell her I said hi.
Yeah,
And I'm glad I didn't mess up her dental because, she been here on these cookies.
you
and-
know your cookies.
Yeah, I can't deny it. She had that little face. She come walking over. I'm like, I can't deny her.
Look, y'all, GV bribing baby with cookies and chips. If you be quiet, like if she have to sit here during our session,
Yeah.
he was like, if you be quiet for the time that you're here, then you can have whatever you want. You can have cookies, you can have chips. And I'm thinking to myself, no, she can't, G. And why when we leave, she don't have to eat it now. But I told her I was gonna give it to her. So she gonna take these chips with her. She can have these
Yeah,
cookies.
that's my baby there. She's something else.
So we gonna kick a shout out to Els because she didn't get to go to school today. She wasn't feeling well. On a lighter note, my nephew, the one that's in the Air Force that's stationed in Alaska,
Yes.
he and his wife had a beautiful baby girl.
Wow.
6.9 pounds, right? 6 pounds 9 ounces. And she was 20.5 inches long.
Wow.
Yeah, both of them are tall. So she's gonna be tall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They already have a son, so they got Ace, and now he has a little sister. So I'm excited about that. Look, our family is just growing. They are an amazing couple and they work together so good. So I'm and they're young, to have these young couples and coming together and, working together. I really like stuff like that. And then, we are approaching the anniversary of 9/11.
Oh, yeah. Actually, my sister's birthday.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Happy belated birthday.
Happy
Debbie
early
D.
birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
Early
belated.
birthday.
Yeah. I mean, early birthday. Debbie D.
Yeah.
Up in Harlem.
What's up, Debbie D? Happy birthday. It's coming. She got a couple of days. But we are approaching that anniversary rather quickly. We lost a lot of people during that time.
Yeah.
And so we want to make sure that we are mindful, especially on that day, at that particular time, and that we're mindful and we're just showing love and hugging on one another and loving one another. Which in one of the things that you just talked about is the series that we have coming up. Our next series, this series right here that we're ending today, is Love Yourself. And our next series is, it's going to be on grief and loss. We have some amazing people that have decided to share their stories. And I think it's an amazing thing.
Yeah. This lady's story's real powerful.
It
Losing
is.
2 sons.
Yeah.
To the same thing, really.
Yeah.
Actually, car
Actually.
accidents. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fear of, and this was a 3-year period
Correct.
from each of them. Now she's
Correct.
coming up on another
3 years.
3-year,
And she has a child.
a daughter.
Yeah.
And she's overprotecting her
Yeah.
because she's afraid that
Because of
is this a
that.
curse?
Yeah.
You just don't understand. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's so powerful. It's amazing. So guys, you guys have to stick around. We're gonna give you the information so that you're able to view that when we go live and everything with that particular story. Right now, G, we gonna feature these pictures, of your girl. when we was, y'all, let me tell y'all something. She not gonna sit here and be talking about me. She not gonna sit here and be talking about me. I sent him these pictures of transformation of myself because he talks about how people, might say, well, Nori, they might think that you woke up like this. They
Right.
call you Miss Butterfly Beast because, that's just some little, funny name or something, right? And he's like, send me some pictures. Let me see that, let the people see that you did actually have a transformation. So I sent him some pictures. I was 205 pounds. And then I sent him the pictures of me
We're looking at
probably a
him
couple
right
of
now.
months ago.
Yeah, we're looking at
Yeah.
him now. Nori Big Pants. That's my girl, Nori Big Pants. That's square. That's SpongeBob's aunt.
so, so when I sent him to him and he said that, I couldn't do nothing but bust out laughing because I'm like, dude, how many people do you just sit up and say something about? He was like, I don't be talking about people like that. I said that about you because I know I can talk about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's crazy. He's talking about I'm
Yeah,
SpongeBob's aunt.
Your hands was even bigger. They in your pocket.
Everything is bigger when you're
Yeah,
bigger, G.
yeah. That's and that's what people need to see. Like, you can lose this and look like a total different person.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, you was cute, being thick like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you see a big
A
difference.
total difference.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was telling my friend, I said I had to get rid of my orthopedic shoes because let me tell you something. When you gain weight, your feet stretch too. Like your feet get big, it's got to be able to hold up all of that, right?
Right.
And my my feet were big. I had gotten up. I wear a size 7 shoe in women. I had gotten up to like an 8.5. My feet was big. They was rolling. I'm talking about my feet was bad. I had to get shots in my feet and stuff like that. Part of it was from the army, but anyway, ain't gonna talk about that. But listen,
So you were big in the army.
no,
So the weight gain came after you got out the military
of course.
and the divorce and all
Right.
that
It
different
came
stuff
through
like
the
that.
divorce and
Right.
everything, which is where the bulk of my weight came from. And it came really, really fast. And so I thought it came fast. It was over about a 3-year period, but it was bad. And so that's what I tell people. Don't expect to lose the weight or think that you're going to lose the weight overnight. If you stay consistent at it, like you stay consistent at getting big, if you stay consistent at working at getting smaller, then it will happen. But it seemed like it just came overnight. 1 minute I was, happy and feeling, happy go lucky, and the next minute I was depressed and down and I had suffered a loss. And so that's just us having that conversation, G. That's what made me think about the grief and loss series. And so, guys, that series is something serious. That's a powerful series that we've put together for you guys. So, G, I think we need to take a break before we jump deep into this thing with this love yourself, and we're on part 3 of the this final of love yourself. So guys, let's go ahead and do that. Let us pay some bills, and we're gonna be right back
No
with
doubt.
your lunchtime power hour. Hi guys, I'm your girl, Miss Butterfly B, coming to you today with another ab exercise, okay? A 5-minute ab workout. What I have here is my timer on my phone. We're gonna do 20 seconds of work, Okay.
10
seconds do
rest,
it now,
which is really your transition time to the next exercise, okay? So, we are going to do flutter kicks. Everything's gonna be on the mat. We're gonna do flutter kicks, hip raises, reverse crunches, straight leg toe touches, and 6-inch hold. We're gonna do a static hold at the end, all right? Like I said, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds transition. All right, we're gonna take it to the mat. We're gonna run that back 2 times for 5 minutes, all right? Let's take it to the mat. Right, we're gonna start with flutter kicks. I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer. All of my stuff open.
I have my head off the mat for a little bit more of intensity. You can go
Go
flat
to
on the
the
mat
actual
if you want.
video.
But for me, I want more of a challenge. I'm lifting it up. We're almost there. Come on, let her kick. Our next exercise is hip raises. Hip raises. We're gonna lift our feet towards the sky, bring our hips off the mat. All right, get ready. Let's go. Hold it to 6 inches. Pull with your abs. Make your abs do the work. All right. Our next exercise is reverse crunches. So we're laying in the same position. We're going to take our feet to 6 inches and bring them in and out. Okay, 6 inches, in, out. Hold your abs tight. You can bring your head up also if you need more of a challenge.
And we're back from the break. Fitness with Nori.
Oh man. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that app video. If you want to see any of the things that we present here, I have a lot of free stuff out there, guys. You can go to the Fitness by Nori Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I'm always putting out something for free. On Monday nights at 7 p.m. Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I do a live never miss a Monday workout. It's a quick 30-minute burn. On Wednesday mornings, I do the same thing. Midweek hump day burn. That's what we call it. It's 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And it's a quick 30 minutes. I do them live. You know, you can talk back and forth with me. You can ask me questions and all of that. So on Mondays at 7 p.m., Wednesdays at 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I'm in studio. We work out in studio. You're right there with me. You feel all the energy. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m., Saturday mornings at 8:30 a.m. We are at the TBF studio. 3711 West Camp Wisdom, 3711 West Camp Wisdom. All right, let's jump into it. This is part 3 to love yourself. This is the final session of this series. Part 3, love yourself. Now, if you guys were not with us on part 1, just to do a quick recap, we talked about how we talked about the different people and how they may be seeing you and envious of how you look and things of that nature, and they want to go and they want to experience that same thing, but their bodies are not made the same. Their bodies don't have the same makeup, right? And so you can't always do that, the same thing that somebody else does. We also talked about in part 1 how the body is made up, as far as like when the one of the deadliest surgeries is when they do the surgeries with putting the fat in your glutes, right? Or in your butt, your buns, you know, the fitness terminology is glutes, right? So you put the fat in there, and a lot of times when you're putting fat in and stuff and taking it out of the body, they just have this tool with holes in it, and they just go in and out, and they're jigging the fat, and the fat is being sucked up in these holes, right? And so a lot of times doctors go in these particular areas blind because it's not like it's cameras hooked to the end of the tool so that they can see where they're going. And when they go in these areas blind, they may hit a particular nerve and things of that nature. And we have nerves stacked on top of each other in the glutes. So you want to make sure that when you're doing things like that, that you are mindful of what type of doctor you're using. And I'm not saying don't have the surgery. If I had to give a clear warning, that is what I would say. Don't do it. Come to Fitness by Nori. Let me help you. Listen, you can lose the weight and we can build every part of you except for your boobs. We talked about that on part 1. I would say, come to me. Let me help you. We are around so many people that are knowledgeable in this fitness arena that's dealing with the body. If there is something that I don't know, I know people that do. Okay. So allow us to help you and you still be here to live to see another day. And you're not, if you are living, you're not walking around here with a lopsided bun, with your glutes one and bursted and the medicine or the whatever it is that they put in your body, because they use all kind of stuff. It's leaking through your body and in your pores and making you sick and all of that. Allow us to assist you, you know. So if I had to make a clear call, that's what it would be. But if you're going to do the surgery and if this is what you want to do, that's your money, this is your life, please, please, please make sure you get qualified doctors, in which qualified doctors have had losses as well. Okay. They have had people to die on their table too. So listen, make sure you do your research. Understand and know that it's a lot of work that you have to do in order to be in that arena. So these are things that we talked about in part one. And I was just, as far as part one, I talked about how we came about this, and I was talking about my adult acne and how I was very vocal about me and very open about my acne and stuff like that, and how I was talking to my dermatologist and stuff about our plan and stuff, and how this came about. So guys, go back and look at part one. In part two, we were talking about the same thing. We was talking about loving yourself, but we were talking about how it has gotten so strong to where even men are having the surgeries and stuff now.
Wow.
Yes, and Kanye West was one that was very vocal about it because he's in Hollywood. He's married to Kim Kardashian and a whole
Well,
Kardashian
was.
clan, or was.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think the divorce is final or whatever yet,
Yeah, she
is it?
just,
Hey, she moves fast.
yeah, she may be back with Ray J. You look up. You just,
Oh Lord. But I heard that her and the Pete or whatever his name, they weren't together anymore. So
yeah.
who knows? Kanye wants his family and I wish them well. I don't believe in divorces and stuff like that, even though sometimes they are necessary. I just feel like that love covers a multitude of fault and we should just be able to work it out. But hey,
In a
it
good
takes
world,
it
right?
takes three in
Yeah.
order to work it out. You, him, her, whatever, and the good Lord or whoever you believe in. So in a perfect world, yes.
Yeah.
So that was part two, how men are having the surgeries as well. Like I said, Kanye has been vocal about it. But the person that really stood out to me was Bandman Kevo. How he talks about it and how he said that he worked out and he was working out really hard and he was dieting and all of this stuff, and he still wasn't able to get the six-pack look that he wanted in his abs and stuff. And so his trainer told him to go and have the surgery because men are doing it. Now, listen, if there are things like you were overweight and you have like hanging skin and stuff like that, you would have to get stuff like that tightened up if you're not able to build the muscle enough to fill in that and bring it forth, right? Some people lose weight too fast. Some people lose weight the wrong way, right? Meaning they do the treadmill, the stairmaster, whatever, and just do a bunch of cardio, and that's it. They don't put the weights and stuff in it, and they think that they're doing the right thing, in which that's what was taught before. But you have to put the weights and stuff into it in order to get that tone and that definition that you are looking for. And so if you have had that happen, you may have to have some skin surgery or something like that. That's different. To get your body transformed and you want a booty that looks like this right here, and
Are we talking about the men?
do you have it was a man when I was doing my research. It was a guy on there and he was showing how he was working out. He was working out all the time. He looked really, really good. He looked really good. But they have it's a certain thing called, and women are dealing with it a lot now. It's called hip dips. And so in your hips, there are dips right there next to the sides of your butt, right? Right there in that gluteus minimus muscle right there that runs to the side, and it dips in. So it doesn't make the butt look full. All right. This guy, they told him he had to gain some weight because they had to get some fat from somewhere. And he pulled the fat out and he put it in that area. So he didn't have to have hip dips. Are you kidding me? A woman wants a man with a nice set of buns. She ain't looking at your hip dips. I promise you. I promise you. She
This
ain't
is,
looking at your hip
and
dips.
that's what I'm saying. This is the new turn of the age because you know, once upon a time, a woman had to beat her man to go to see a doctor.
Oh my God.
We were
And
allergic to the
still to this
doctor.
day.
Yeah, we allergic to the doctor. You know,
They're
I mean,
allergic
first
to
of all, yeah, we're allergic because, you know, I mean, once upon a time, I go into the doctor's office. I want a woman to be in there when it come to my penis because
Okay.
I don't know what you thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Listen, you know, this the guy is rubbing you and you know, nah, you know, so
Right.
you want something different. So we really wasn't that kind about who even got naked for. Women are more braver.
Right.
You know, they're going to throw their legs up on stirrups and, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, sir. Listen.
Y'all are more
It-
friendly than men. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Dudes don't want no prostate examination. You don't want
Correct.
nobody digging up in your booty.
Well, it's not that. I think that you guys have just this. It started long time ago as it relates to the healthcare and how you guys were being experimented on, and you didn't know. And so, with that being said, you bring it forth. You're already not trusting with doctors, and then when you have to get things checked, like your prostate and stuff like that, it may be a little bit difficult to wrap your mind around. So, me and another trainer friend of mine.
Anything about a guy being near your booty is just not comfortable for a man. I mean, just simple
So
as that.
me and another trainer friend of mine, he's a guy, we were talking, and he was, I was like, our men need to go and get checked. Like, if you need me to hold your hand, like, I will do that. You need to go and get checked out though, and make sure that you're okay, so that you can be here for your woman or your babies. If nothing else, you want to be there for your legacy. Like, come on.
Yeah, I
And so
understand.
he
but-
was he was like, yes, a lot of men are afraid. I don't know if it's because they feel like in their mind that they may enjoy it because of course your prostate is there, right? And you may, you
now the
get
doctor feathering your booty and you're getting hard.
so, and that may happen. Like, let's just, they didn't make you. The doctor didn't make you.
Man.
The man above made you,
Man,
right?
let you and your woman get in an argument.
And then she say, don't make me stick my finger. No.
You soft. Oh, so you like the doctor better than me?
That is crazy. Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
saying, man.
Now, if you have a woman like that, then that's a problem.
Men-
That is a problem.
Men just certain things we just don't feel comfortable with.
And it's not the fact of you feeling comfortable. Of course, you can have some you can have some uncomfort, right? Or not be comfortable. Is uncomfort a word? Anyway, you
Could
cannot
I
be
say something?
comfortable
It's like
just as long as you get checked.
yeah, but I'm just saying it's just like you can kiss your son and he's 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
A dad doing it, it's just two men. It just don't seem right. Like, dad, shake my hand, high five me or something.
Yeah,
You know,
I
I
get
mean,
it.
it's just men was built to be different. Today they're built and they're different.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
back
today
then,
they kiss each other.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they're not
I
they're
mean,
not considered.
It started
as
with
gay.
Baby and Lil Wayne.
Yeah, and he wasn't considered as gay.
Not in the beginning.
I mean, I don't think he is now.
So those kisses got real, like luscious after a while.
It was only one kiss. You're talking about kisses. Anyway, listen. So guys, go and look at part 2. So that was part 1. Part 2 was talking about the men and how they were having the surgeries. And like I said, part 2, it really got me because it came from the fitness arena. Like, your trainer told you, go and have this surgery and get the fat removed off your stomach
Which is
or
crazy.
whatever. And so that they can see your abs. And you can achieve that same thing by putting your body in a deficit so that you can lose the fat off of your stomach and you can see those abs that are under there. Okay. So listen, if you want help, if you need assistance, please reach out to Fitness by Nori, fitnessbynori.com. You can put your information there. I will reach back out to you. Myself or someone on my team will reach out to you and figure out what's going on, what you need, and go from there. Because listen, we don't need too many people having these surgeries and stuff. I was very vocal about, how it was in my family before I became a trainer. We had 3 people to have surgery. On one had the lap band. One had the gastric sleeve, and the other one had the gastric bypass. You know, so listen, you're still gonna have to work out. You're still gonna have to work out,
Yeah, you
other
are.
it will come right back. I talked about how I had a client that had 3 different surgeries. She just kept having surgeries, and I told her that she was not going to be a good fit for me because she wants the surgery effect coming from the physical training, and you're just not going to get that. And so she was like, no, no, I want to do it right this time or whatever. And she went ahead. I worked with her a little bit, and she paid her money and everything. And she did about 5 sessions, and I didn't see her anymore. I mean, she had already paid up and everything. I was calling her, checking to see if she was okay. Was she coming back and all of that? And she never returned my calls or anything like, I'm not doing this. Right. In which we knew that though, right? I knew that from the beginning that she was not going to be a good fit for the program because of the results that she's used to getting in the time frame that she's used to getting them. The results that you work for are the results that last.
Right.
So that's what you need to be mindful of. All right. So those of you that are looking at this over social media, please share this. Please share this. We want to make sure that you understand that GFN Radio is also GFN Global TV Network, and that we are here to help and support you as well. Also, G, go ahead and give them the number to reach out if they're wanting to share any commercials or anything like that, get their business and brand out and stuff like that.
You can catch me at 214-940-5814. That's 214-940-5814. Or you can hit me and send your information to GFN Radio, the number 1, at gmail.com. And I want to say big shout out to Amar Rashidi. He's listening to your show. He said great information. He can't wait to work with you. That's Wi-Fi Sports is getting ready to be coming, and we all going to be a part of that. And also Shonda M. Parks. She's on the thing. She was talking about she's gonna call you, and she got some things that she got on her mind that y'all can get together and do. So we working as a team right here. Fitness by Nori. Man, this girl is wonderful, and something good happened today. We're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
But something real good happened today, and we're just gonna sit back and let the Lord put it all into format.
Yes. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a really quick break. And when we come back, we're going to start off with this picture of this woman in these green pants looking like a bumblebee at the backside. And we're going to jump into this Love Yourself. We'll be right back. This is your Lunchtime Power Hour.
Oh, it's going down. The best in throwback hits. We back with Fitness by Nori with the Miss Butterfly Beast. We didn't say that today.
Already, Miss Butterfly Beast. It's going down.
Let's take it to the girl with the booty.
Oh my goodness. Guys, if you want to come to, I know you guys just saw that video. If you want to come to class in the morning. Saturday mornings at 8:30 a.m. Saturday mornings at 8:30 a.m. TBF Studio 3711 West Camp Wisdom. All right, guys. If you see on the screen, we have a woman. She's standing at a screen, at a desk. Her face and everything is cut off because we're gonna protect whoever this is. I don't know who it is. It was on social media, and G and I were talking, and I was like, G, do you like this? And G, what you say, G?
It look like King Vitamin.
You say it looked like King Vitamin. Do y'all know who King Vitamin is?
With the cereal, with the funny body, yeah. This is the Hamburglar. I don't know what that is. This is just ridiculous.
Dude, and on there it says, we have never asked for these. That's what it says.
Yeah.
So men are not asking for women to go out and change your entire existence. Like,
Yeah.
you got fake hair, you got fake nails, you got fake lashes, you got, fake booties, fake breasts, fake, like, listen.
And then you want a real man.
And you want a real man. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not against none of what you want to do. That's what you want to do, and if that's what makes you feel good. But what I'm telling you is, you're not gonna be able to sustain that long term. You're not going to be able to sustain that long term, because you are going to have to work out. If it's nothing but a good, quick, brisk walk, 2-3 times a day, 10-15 minutes, you're gonna have to do something to keep your filters and your pumps moving. I look at the body like a machine,
Right.
because we are some amazing machines that God has put together. And whatever your mind tell you can do, you can do it. Your body, as a matter of fact, I tell people in my class, your body wants to do it. You will be amazed at the things that you're able to do if you just try. So you can get the exact body that you desire if you work towards it, and you will be able to sustain it. The men have never asked for women to walk around here looking like a bumblebee at the behind.
Yeah,
Okay,
and her booty look like it stink.
wait a minute, what?
How can you wash up in the crack? I mean, it's
Like, people talk about those really long nails. They're like, how do you clean yourself with these really long nails? And you might have something under there and all of this stuff. Guys, listen, again, please, my disclaimer is, you have the right to do whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that your pockets would allow you to afford, okay? However, you want to make sure that it's something that you can sustain. Don't hurt yourself in order to make someone else, to make you think that someone else loves you. Because if they're making you change who you are, then they don't really like you. My sister and I had a conversation once. I was talking to this guy, and I was like, I really like him. I mean, he's cool and everything. I just don't like this.
what's his name?
Right? Wayne G. How about that? No, I'm not gonna tell nobody's name, okay?
Yeah.
But I was like, I just don't like this. And if my sister is looking, she probably done said his name already. But I said, I really just don't like this. Like, it's the guy that I told you guys about that argues with a wall, and he was fussing and arguing and stuff. And I just sit there for like 5-7 minutes, and he was just still fussing. Then I picked my stuff up and I walked to the car, and he was still walking on side of me, fussing. And I got in my car and I shut the door, and he was still fussing. And I start driving off, and he was like, seriously, you just gonna drive off? You just gonna drive off? Yes, sir. Did you think I was just gonna get in the car and sit here? Like, I'm out of here. And we didn't date anymore. But I didn't like that about him. Like, the fussing and I feel like we should be able to discuss things.
Right.
We grown.
Right.
Like, we big grown. We should be able to discuss things and to move past it. Get some resolve about it and move past it. But he wasn't able to do that on a few occasions. And I give you a couple of chances. And after that, like, I can't deal with it. And so I was talking to my sister, and I was telling her about it. And I was like, I just don't like that part. Like, she was like, well, you don't like him. And I said, I do. And she said, no, you don't, because that's who he is. That's a person's character. That's a person's makeup. That's who he is. So I said that to say, if a person is trying to get you to change who you are to fit them, then that's not going to work. Now, don't get me wrong. Change is necessary sometimes in order for you to be a better person. Change is necessary. You have to go through transformation in order to get the body that you're looking for, right? Change is difficult sometimes, and you may put up some resistance. However, if that change is not working in your good or working in your favor for your good, then that's not a change that's good for you.
Right.
That change is for someone else.
Right.
And you never want to change who you are for someone else. If you're making any type of adjustments, it needs to be for you. which this body thing, it's crazy to me because even if you say, I want to go and I want to get my glutes bigger, right? A year or two down the line, when everything shapes and everything and all the swelling is gone and all of that, and it looked like you got two watermelons sitting on top of popsicle sticks, you're not gonna be happy with that. When people are walking around talking about you and you walk in the room and they're saying, oh, look, and they're pointing, you know that they're talking about you.
Right.
You're not gonna be happy with that. So why not just go ahead and do the work? And when you build your body and scope out your body, you can do it and sculpt it just the way that you want it. When it's starting to get if it's flat, you can eat, you can work out, you can build it. If it's getting too big or whatever, you can cut this back, you can stop doing this, you can stop doing it. Is so amazing. The body, since I have been in this particular field and I've been doing this type of surgery, right, it is so amazing to me to watch the transformation, to see how things happen. And you even get a transformation in your mind, because that's where it starts. It starts in the mind. But you even start to feel better about yourself. You have confidence in yourself and you have confidence in what is going on with your body. You enjoy what it is that you're starting to see. And that process makes you feel good when you see those results. It even help you get through the process as you start to see these results. So guys, listen, I'm telling you, love yourself no matter what. It's up to you to love you. These surgeries are not good, and I don't care who has had them. They are not good for you. Some people may need them. At their very worst, if they're life threatening, the weight and stuff, it might be worth you taking a plunge in there, right? But most of the time, even the doctor that I looked at or I followed on my 600-pound life, they make you lose a certain amount of weight before you're even able to have the surgery, because they have to make sure that your heart can sustain the surgery. They got to make sure that your heart can deal with it, right? Your heart is a pump that's pumping blood and oxygen through the body. It has to make sure that your heart can deal with it. If your pressure and everything is too high and stuff, they're not going to do it. I had a girlfriend that was saying that she had gone to the doctor for her regular checkup and stuff like that. And that, you know, how they always put the pressure cuff on and check your pressure and stuff. And that her pressure was so high that they almost admitted her into the hospital. So listen, you have to love yourself enough to release all the stress, all the trauma, all the mess, which is what G and I were talking about at the beginning of the show. When you have jobs that you don't want to be at, when there are things that you don't want to do in this life, and it's causing resistance on the normal person that you are, it's gonna cause problems with the body, because that's not who you are. That's not what you need to be dealing with, right? It's going to cause pressure. It's going to cause issues. We were talking about that at the beginning of the show, that you don't want to do these jobs, deal with relationships, you know, whether they be boyfriend and girlfriend relationships or whether they be friend relationships. You don't want to deal with these relationships that are causing you pressure, stress, and all of that, because stress is not good for the body. So you don't want to deal with those particular things, right? Find another way. Find something else. Listen, on the other side of your rejection and fear is exactly what it is that you've been looking for. So step out there. Step out there. And sometimes it just takes speaking it, saying what it is that you want. Because when you release it to the atmosphere has a way of bringing it back to you and making it happen for you. With these surgeries, that's not it, guys. You cannot tell me that you love yourself and you're doing all of these different things to yourself, cutting on yourself, hurting yourself. You have to go through a certain amount of pain in order to even heal from those surgeries. The surgeries that I was talking about earlier, the lap band, the gastric sleeve, and the gastric bypass, right? you can't even eat. Now you having these surgeries so that you can do what it is that you want to do. When you first have these surgeries, you can't even eat. You have to put in different supplements like protein shakes because you can't eat any solid food. Depending on what surgeries that you have or whatever, you can only, week one, you can only drink like water, and you have to water down your protein shakes and stuff because you have to get a certain amount of protein in every day. The lap band, right? It cuts off or bands off a part of your stomach, and you can't even, the person in my family that had it, she was having problems with even taking in water. Like she could only have so much water because it cuts off part of your stomach, and it fills your stomach with a fluid, right? So that you can only take in so much food, so much whatever. So therefore you won't gain the weight, right? This particular person, and I hate to even, I don't want to even make you guys nervous or whatever, but like with the gastric bypass, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have problems with your gallbladder. This person had to have their gallbladder removed when they had the gastric bypass. The gastric bypass. They had to have their gallbladder removed. The gallbladder is what? One of your filters. The body is a machine. It works together. It works off of this. Your heart pumps blood through this and oxygen here, and it's for your brain. And you need your liver in order to filter everything. You need your kidneys to filter. Guys, everything works off of everything. And now you done cut off your stomach, and now you can't have your gallbladder. So therefore, when you eat something that you're not supposed to eat, because you're not supposed to eat fried chicken, fried fish, and stuff like that anymore. So when you eat that stuff, because the behavior has not changed. So when you eat those things, now you don't even have your filter that you're supposed to have in order to filter the grease and stuff. And what you doing? You run into the bathroom. Now you got the runny poop. You got to run to the bathroom immediately.
And your pee-pee stink.
I mean, gee, I'm not in there smelling your pee, but
I'm just saying, if you ain't got nothing to filter, yeah, if you eat mayonnaise, you can smell it.
Well, now shoot.
I'm just saying.
I almost said a cuss word.
Your damn pee-pee stink.
Pee-pee stink. But I mean, I'm just talking about you running around. You done just ate a piece of chicken 10, 15 minutes later. I know for me, my body processes junk quickly because my system is running optimally, right? So in the next 10 or 15 minutes, if I done ate some cookies, some whatever, I got to go and let that waste go, right? So you done just sit here and ate some fried chicken or whatever, and your body is trying to filter that. You don't have a gallbladder, and now you got to run to the bathroom. You talking to somebody, ain't realizing what's going on. You sneeze, you done just messed up everything.
So if you take you out to dinner, you subject to get up in 15, 20 minutes and go to the bathroom.
No, so I'm not. I just won't eat no cakes and cookies and all that. I don't.
So you don't eat fried chicken, anything like that?
I do. I don't eat fried chicken. I eat fried fish. I'm a pescatarian, so I don't eat. My meat is seafood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I can eat that, but I'm just talking about a person that has had to have their gallbladder removed.
You got to go to the bathroom quick.
When you're eating fried stuff and stuff that you know that you can't eat because your body can't filter it like that, you're going to have to go to the restroom. Like, I mean, or you're going to mess up something. Ooh. So those are things you have to think of when you're removing these things. Another person in my family just had to have a reconstructive surgery. The one that had the sleeve had to have a reconstructive surgery. Something was going on in there, and they had to go and fix it. The other one that had the lap band went in for a checkup, noticed that something was going wrong, and had an emergency surgery right then and there. Right then and there. We rushing you to the hospital. Her boyfriend had to call us and let us know that, hey, this is what's going on. Listen, guys, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You haven't changed the behaviors, so you can't even eat what you want to eat and do what it is that you want to do. So come on. Listen, Fitness by Nori is here to assist you with all of your health and wellness goals. Go to fitnessbynori.com. If if it's something that I don't know, and I'm pretty knowledgeable in this area now. I'm certified and everything in like 7 different areas now. But if it's something that I do not know, I am around fitness people all day. I mean, I'm around one nutritionist that's cold with it, that will help you, will break that stuff down for you right then and there. And you will be like, wait a minute, all I had to do was this? Yes. Guys, it's really simple. It's just really, where do you want to invest where do you want to make your investment? Do you want to make the investment in yourself and your long-term health, or do you want to make the investment in your medicine? Right? Even if you go and have the surgery, you're still going to have to give yourself shots in the stomach so that you don't have blood clots. You're going to have to load up on all of these supplements and vitamins and stuff, because you're not getting your supplements in your nutrition and everything from I'm sorry, you're not getting your nutrition from your food. So you're going to have to load up on these supplements and all of that. You're going to have to take in all these protein shakes and stuff like that. And before you can take in full protein shakes, you're going to have to water them down and stuff in order so that you don't get sick and you don't get nauseated and you don't end up back in the hospital. Come on, guys. Listen, we're here to assist you. You have to love yourself enough to think about yourself long term and what it is that you want long term. If you want something that's quick, fast food type, microwave type fitness, hey, land on the table, it's for you. That's on you. I have people that said, if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would not do it. Some of them have scars. People have had tummy tucks that have talked to me, and they have scar from hip to hip. Some of them get the tattoos over them. So if y'all see, these women with these tattoos wrapped around their waist or whatever, it's because they're trying to cover up some scars, some of them, and they're like, if I had to do it all over again, the few that I've spoken with, they was like, if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't do it. One girl told me that she has to make sure that she work out and she keep her weight and stuff down, because if she don't, her stomach no longer gets fat in that area where she's had the tummy tuck, and it flaps over. So listen, your body will adjust to what you're doing to it, and it's going to be something that you don't like a lot of times. So why not do it? Yeah, it may take a little bit longer, but it's long lasting and it's sustainable. So hopefully, guys, I was able to help you guys with just some conversation as it relates to your health and wellness and loving yourself, not changing yourself for others, loving you enough to say, I'm going to invest in this versus this. So hopefully that was it. Guys, listen, we're wrapping up this lunchtime power hour. Follow Fitness by Nori on all social platforms. We are coming on Sunday with a special series dealing with grief and loss. That's what's coming up next. Some powerful stories to help you through some of the things that we're dealing a lot with, which is mental health and things of that nature. But this next story is going to be so powerful, guys. You do not want to miss it. I appreciate her for sharing her story. And we have a couple of people coming right behind her too. So, guys, make sure you look out, set your notifications.
Let's go for 1:00.
Sunday at 1:00.
1:00.
Sunday at 1:00. We're gonna come on live and get you guys this information so that you can see this amazing person that shared her story with us. And make sure that you set your notifications. Sunday at 1 p.m. Sunday at 1 p.m. Make sure that you set it, and make sure that you share it. When you see it, make sure that you share it. We never know who we may help in doing this, which is why I do this, which is why G does what he does. Make sure that you share. And again, share this particular story on loving yourself. Share this series. Go back and look at part 1, part 2, and this is part 3. Hopefully, we have been able to help you guys with this lunchtime power hour brought to you by Fitness by Nori on GFN Global Radio and TV. You guys have an amazing weekend.
No doubt. And again, want to send my condolences to James Dawson family. You know, the world has lost a real good one right there. So y'all take care of yourselves and remember that you young only one time in your life.
One.
So all these surgeries and tattoos you're putting on your body, when you get older, they don't look as well. You know, so keep in mind of that. You know, I mean, I seen a old lady look like a old over the hill gang member. She had so many tattoos on
Right.
her, and you know your skin started to flab, and
Right.
you know all of it just didn't look right.
didn't look
So
right.
don't mess yourself up. You know, I mean, my whole life I've never put one tattoo on me, and I've
Really?
been gang affiliated and everything. You know, that's not gonna do that.
I mean, that's a thought, G. Like, really? Like, I've had a tattoo and everything. I have a couple. They're in areas where it shouldn't get too flabby. But I had a tattoo of my first love
Yeah,
on my thigh.
yeah.
And we talked about it when we got them because he tattooed mine on his chest, and he was like, well, if something happens, what are you gonna do? He said, I'm gonna cover mine up. What you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna get mine lasered off. That laser was hell. It's like burning yourself. And then not only did it was at the beginning of the laser surgery, and so it's taking the melanin out of my skin. So if you know what, I wish I had sent you the picture so that you could show it.
Well, we'll show that on another show.
We'll show it on the next one. I mean, it looked a mess. It looked like I had leprosy or something just right in the middle of these thick thighs.
Yeah.
You know? Well, then I turned around and
So you was looking like a billboard.
it looked a mess on that
Yeah.
thigh.
Yeah, I had a girl that I was dealing with, and it wasn't even a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one day she come, you know, to the store that I had.
Mm-hmm.
She got me on her leg.
Oh wow. Like your
Tattooed.
face?
No, she
Or
my
your name.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wayne G on her
Okay.
her leg. Yeah, I broke up with her.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, but we had been together off and on for 10 years. But anyways, I got it removed, and it's, it bursts the paint. That's what it does. It bursts the ink, and it filters out through the blood. And
Yeah.
so that's what it did. And it looked a mess, and it was just light spots, right? Then
Colorful.
yeah. So I had been dealing with that for a number of years after we broke up or whatever. And then I ended up meeting my ex-husband. We were supposed to wear these shorts for this skating party that we were going to. And I was like, I don't want people to see that or whatever. So I ended up getting a tattoo of a bird.
Wow.
That bird didn't look like a bird, needless to say. It looked a hot mess. They looked like the bird had chicken pox or something, right? And so people will take your money and do whatever it is that you want them to do.
Yeah.
Like, they're tattoo artists, right? They'll draw it on there or whatever. But I mean, you're paying for this. So I ended up paying the money to get it removed. Here I go, getting my leg on fire again. That particular part of my leg has had so much trauma, right? You would think that it'd be ready to, girl, I'm gonna leave you alone. We're gonna cut you off, right? And so finally, I just decided there was something that I wanted to do for me. And I ended up with a lotus flower and a butterfly. And both of them represents transformation. And so that's what's there now. Beautiful lotus flower. It grows through lotus flowers, grow through the mud and everything. But what it says is your strength, and you can still come out of there and be beautiful. The butterfly represents the transformation through the cocoon, going through that dark place and coming out and still beautiful. And so you have to do this. And what happened was, after I settled on what I wanted for me, then that's what I came up with. So you have to love yourself enough to say what I want to invest in and what I don't.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Miss Butterfly Beast.
Already.
It was great spending time with you.
Always a pleasure with you,
no
G.
doubt. And we'll be back next week.
Yes, guys, be prepared. Sunday at 1 p.m. We have a special session, a special series coming for you guys. Look forward to talking to you then. Your Lunchtime Power Hour with Miss Butterfly Beast, brought to you by Fitness by Nori. And we're out. Hey, hey.
My girl Ashley Germany says she wants to join your thing. I told her to call you.
Already.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wants to join what?
Your workout.
The workout
Yeah,
class?
she's in Irving.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Come
I
on,
told her to
boo.
call. I told you to call him. Big shout out to my man DJ Mark B. I see you out there. Amon Rashidi. Again, Shonda Parks. It's going down right here.
Yeah. Yep. Look, Buck writing up and everything. Y'all make sure y'all share it. This is amazing. I love what I do.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
what I do, G.
No doubt you got to.